Now we're going to take a short walk through part of the Brotherhood Cemetery, which is a mix of both much older graves and much newer ones. It turns out that although not many Jews have lived in this area for quite some time, many of their descendants have decided to be buried here. So many of the gravestones from the 1950s and onward were of those Jews who themselves had either ceased being colonists years before or whose parents had been here and they decided to end their lives here. So let's take a little walk through and see some of the both newer and older parts of the cemetery. We've arrived here in the older part of the cemetery, and it's important to note that the folks who are buried here, most of whom lived to the median age in the United States at the time, meaning into their 50s and 60s, almost all of them were born in Europe. They were part, much like Sapsovich, they were part of that wave of Jews who emigrated here to escape both political persecution and also straightforward poverty. And so we have names here that I think all of us could recognize from our own Jewish towns and communities. These Jews chose to be farmers, to live a life quite different than the ones that most of us have heard about or were accustomed to. But it's important to note that with its ebbs and flows, Jewish farming in North America, the United States specifically, was a very large part of the Jewish experience. At its height, around the end of the Second World War, into the 1950s, there were about 150,000 active Jewish farmers in the United States alone, and then another 30 to 40,000 in Canada, living in places just like this, in Woodbine and in clusters around North America, on both coasts and a bit in between.